Hi, everyone. Welcome to our broadcast with a twist on tonight's game. It'll count towards the NBA Cup. Moments away, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, it's Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Allie LaForce will be bringing us updates from the sidelines. All right, a chance to check out stats for Jaden McDaniel.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, the wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. And for the Suns, they've got Royce O'Neal, Booker out there with Allen. Then it's Mark Williams. And it's Brooks in at the 3. So Phoenix will get the first possession. Well, it's still early in the season, Greg, but we're getting an idea about which direction teams are headed in.
So true, but so much can change between now and the end of the schedule. So the most important thing at this stage, building momentum heading towards midseason.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
This is where Gobert likes to park himself, right around the rack.
Allen passes to Williams. Now Booker, defended by DiVincenzo. Shots good by Booker.
It's almost effortless for Booker this close in. He just drops the ball in the bucket.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Randall surveying the D. 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. Phoenix grabs the miss. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves. McDaniels outside. Pass to Randall. Randall is doubled. For 3, Edwards. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
An NBA champion with the Bucks. Clark, what do you think about Dante DiVincenzo?
Boy, the guy's a winner. I mean, I think about his spectacular performance in the championship game back in 2018. And then he plays hard all the time. I mean, he's willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. And his defense and three-point shooting bring great value to his team. That's where Williams does the majority of his work offensively.
Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Minnesota in the lead. Randall right side. Pass to DiVincenzo. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
DiVincenzo fighting through contact there. Dante gets a chance to add another point at the line. Terrific and 1.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Call for Minnesota. That's right, Suns fans. Time to make some noise for your Suns Panthers.
Suns. Iguodaro's checked in, and it's done in for Brooks. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Miller comes in for Randall. Clark, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Mike Conley in for Edwards. The throw drops for DiVincenzo.
Boy, the upside DiVincenzo has is obvious. I mean, now it's up to him to continue working on his game and keep getting better.
Here's Iguodaro. Pass to Allen. Here's the screen. It's tipped. It's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Miller.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Dillingham's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. 5 to shoot. Allen kicks to Dunn. Over Clark. And again, it's the Suns missing. Timberwolves leading by 4. Pass to Miller. To the wing on the left. Miller with a screen on Allen. And Reed has it in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against the Washington Wizards.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, because you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Timberwolves on top, leading by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Timberwolves?
Well, they're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
They've got Dunn. Nick Richards out there with Goodwin. And it's Gillespie in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Dillingham with it. No scoring in this one. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Dunn passes to Gillespie. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report. Puts it up from 7. Oh, that's blocked. Dunn looking over the floor. Pass to Gillespie. And it's Richards, top of the key. Goodwin passes to Richards. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Some changes for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Dillingham. Gobert with a screen on Booker. Has to Gobert, and stolen by Williams. Here's Gillespie. Stolen by Conley. Oh, and here comes Conley all alone. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
The challenge with defending Edwards, he's a three-level scorer.
.156 left now here in the second. So coming close to 40 years of age, Mike Conley's production has slowed down. But Clark, he is still so valuable in so many ways.
And his value comes in his production, but maybe more so in the intangibles, which are really hard to measure, but they're palpable. You feel them. They make a difference. They have an impact on the team and individual young players. I mean, he's one of the best teammates and leaders in the NBA. Always plays it within himself, has great perspective and wisdom. He's just a joy to be around and a very, very good teammate and leader.
Now here's Booker. He's a player that you can only hope to slow down as he averages nearly 28 points a game. Shot clock at 6. 59 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Keeping the defense honest. Can't be over-aggressive against Booker.
The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
First free throw is good. Looking around the NBA, Devin Booker, GA, is as good as any two-guard out there.
Obviously, we know how Devin scores it, but what I love, he also can run your offense, and he gives good effort defensively.
The Suns making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Reed comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Outside, O'Neal. O'Neal sets the screen for Booker. Off target with his three. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. McDaniels dishes to Edwards. Reed with a screen on Allen. And then Reed slams it in.
Tell you, I love the effort from the defense there, but inside, Reed just had the strength to overpower him.
Booker against DiVincenzo. Booker looking around. Williams. No good on that one.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves lead by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
And looking at the Kings matchup, they hold some advantages, but can't play sloppy or uninspired. Still have to come in focused and get the job done.
That's just like us here in the studio. It's hard to bring it every day, but, you know, we try. And turning our attention back to that first half of action, guys, Anthony Edwards was in complete control.
And what he did to those defenders, you know they're in the locker room right now discussing ways to keep the ball out of his hands.
That may be the only way to stop him, because even against doubles, he's been accurate. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Timberwolves leading by 3. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. Up to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. And it's Gobert in at the 5.
And so good off the bounce. Edwards working on his shot off the catch, and it is paying off.
So, Clark, looking at the history of the Timberwolves, they're in the most successful stretch ever.
Yeah, you look at the first 24 seasons, Minnesota won just 2 playoff series total. They've won 4 rounds in the last 2 years alone in the playoffs. You know, what's been the key if you ask that question? I'd say having that guy Anthony Edwards is where you start.
Here is Edwards, following the score by Dylan Brooks. Randall against O'Neal. The baseline J. Randall no good. Suns trail by 4. Pass to Brooks. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Tell you what, Brooks is never short on confidence. Always believes his shot is going down.
They get it again. And the basket by Gobert. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now here's Booker, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Pass to McDaniels. Edwards against Allen. The jump hook inside. Edwards finishes strong.
Edwards is a true scoring machine, and he is relentless. He's lighting it up tonight.
Allen outside. Brooks with a screen on Edwards. Allen kicks to Booker. 6 to shoot. The high post shot. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Booker's got 8 points.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
Now here's Edwards. 13 points in the game. Pass to DiVincenzo. Over Booker. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you. The Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Ant said his focus is being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coachable." Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Now, here's DiVincenzo. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. And they get it back.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Booker the pass to Williams. Kicks it out to Allen for the lead. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. A 2-point game. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Here's Edwards. Edwards with another miss. Allen for the 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. The Timberwolves on top, leading by just 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Devin Booker. Dunn is out there with Nick Richards. And it's Gillespie in at the point guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Pass to Dillingham. Stolen away. Booker, right side. And Devin Booker in the paint. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stretch for the Suns?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
And here's Reed. Conley scanning the floor. Pass to Randall. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. No good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Booker taking the hit.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. Edwards has come in for Dillingham. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen for DiVincenzo. 3, good!
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Well, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Brooks with it. McDaniels defending. Gobert with the block.
That's exactly what Rudy brings to your team on the defensive end.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
A 2-point game. Clock at 6. Now Brooks jacks up a 3. Rebounded by DiVincenzo. 1:31 left to play here in the fourth. It's off target. O'Neal is screen on Edwards. Williams outside. Allen outside. Williams has a screen for Allen. Launches it. Does not go in.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Edwards against Brooks. Now DiVincenzo. McDaniels fires. Williams with the rebound. Lot is on the line here.
Crowd is so focused.
Allen, count the basket.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Team foul. At the line for your service, Grayson Allen. Shooting one.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
Important moment, a lot at stake. Able to keep his composure and deliver. Love it.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Allen against Edwards. Gobert with the screen on Allen. Now Gobert. Oh, the dunk.
Gobert calling for the ball in moments like these. Big-time games under his belt.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
You know, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Here comes the defense, everyone. T-shirt
Booker against DiVincenzo. Booker outside. Allen outside. Missed on the three. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. And with that, they remain undefeated in group play.
And with just one matchup left, it looks like we'll be seeing them in the next round of the NBA Cup.
And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Dante, you won state titles in high school, 2 national titles at Villanova, and now a growing role in the NBA. What has been the secret to your success?
It's my ability to adapt. Different teams, different dynamics of different teams, and just my ability to adapt to that team and fit.
Sky's the limit, guys.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. And as we leave you, we give you our